Today we're going to be talking about the JoyToy Warhammer 40K Raven Guard Intercessors Sergeant Rychas. This man's name literally Righteous. The good sergeant of the Raven Guard will be standing over 4 inches tall, just under 5, but believe me, size doesn't matter with this guy because he comes with 1 splayed out hand, 2 gun holding hands, 2 sword holding hands or chainsaw sword, 2 pouches, 2 holsters, and this little raven skull feather doohickey, as well as the jetpack, a bolt gun, I can only assume, a pistol, that chainsaw sword I mentioned prior, as well as an alternate sergeant level helmet. And just like Monday's video, this video right here is sponsored by Kowkis Toy. Use my code ShinRobjira-Kowkis at checkout and you can get 6% off all orders over $0.00. Bit of a miscommunication last time. That ShinRobjira code link, that just shows you some stuff that's on sale. I mean, you can still click it and use my coupon, my little promo code as it's being shown over here somewhere. But yeah, you have to actually enter the coupon in. I'm an idiot. Good time to mention that I know very little about Warhammer. I tried getting educated in it and it just, it's very interesting, but there's a lot to take in. So anyway, let's just talk about the figure. So even when this guy isn't entirely decked out with all of his accessories, he's still got a design that I think is busy in all of the best ways. The armor might be all black with some different colors strewn about in certain areas, but the paint and the detail, they do shine something lovely. You know, this is my very first experience with JoyToy as a company, and I have to say, I really am impressed, especially for a figure like this, that retails for about $40. All of this, coupled with all the accessories you get, I don't know, I think that's nearly $40, very much well spent. Good stuff, JoyToy. You're making a fan out of me already. Taking a look at the little pouch accessories that you get that you can attach to his hips over here, the paint and detail, while minimal, is rather impressive on either side, and it's cool that they have little ball joints on them. Makes them somewhat posable as well. We'll see that once we get them on the figure, and I just wanted to showcase some of the paint and detail on this little thingy, and it looks great. Again, I apologize to any Warhammer fans who might be watching this. I really don't know the significance of everything that is on this guy. And believe me, I tried, I really did, but this video needed to come out this year. Yeah, these things are very simple to put on. Up and down, up and down, up, down. And not for nothing, up and down, up and down. These little pouches here, and this thingy, they really do help complete the look. And again, them being posable to some extent is really, really nice. There's just one more thing that I really like to add to this figure, and that's the proper helmet. From what little I read, and I might butcher this here, Warhammer fans, I am sorry. Foot soldiers, or just the standard soldier, have the solid colored helmets. Sometimes they're adorned with stripes or skulls on them to really represent their rank. But if you get a helmet that looks a little like this, which is beautifully weathered, I really like this. This is something that I believe a sergeant would wear. You've got the chrome skull on the forehead, they're white, and they're all beaked up and everything like that. And since this guy is called Sergeant Rychas, we're gonna need to pop this helmet off, oops, and just get the other one on there. And there we go. Our sergeant is properly dripped out, but he needs some weaponry, I think. Thankfully, we have quite a bit to choose from. This chainsaw sword, not sure if its official name, I should really look that up and put it on the screen here. Beautiful paint, a beautiful amount of detail. This is a weapon I really like using in bolt gun. Just one of those premium melee items you just love to use. Or we could choose the pistol, which is really, really nice looking. I mean, goddamn, this goes for just about $40 and it looks this good. Wowzers. Or we can give him the bolt gun, I imagine. Lovely, lovely paint and detail work going on here. Love that the opposite side over here shows more bullets at a different position. And yeah, all of this is just really, really good. And you know, you have this nice little rubber strap over here that stays on. I imagine it can come off, at least over here. But I think I'm going to stick with the pistol and the sword. Rip off his hand. Get the applicable hand on the ball joint. Make sure it's on there nice and tight. And just squeeze the sword in there. The fingers are nice, soft rubber, so you don't have to worry about ruining them. Do the same for the other side. And we'll just get the pistol in there, and boom. And yet again, our fair sergeant over here is properly dripped out. And I have to say, I am properly impressed with everything this figure comes with. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't call $36 to $38 like super duper cheap or anything like that, but all things considered, there are figure lines out here that are asking for some hundreds of dollars and you don't get anything. And yet here, for almost $40 before shipping, you get all this. It's just worth it. And hey, yo, not for nothing, there's a lot more details than you can probably see when, you know, you just skirt over this figure. And I really have to give JoyToy credit. They crammed a lot in. Some in the most obvious of areas, and some not so much. Big praises either way. Paint-wise, detail-wise, and accessory inclusion, I'm gonna give Sergeant Rychas a solid star for each. That's 3 solid stars so far. And I don't regret to inform you that this figure only gets better once we talk about articulation, because this thing has a damn lot of it. At the head over here, we're going to have a barbell joint. One at the bottom of the neck and one actually in the head. So there will be rotation to be had over here. We can also look up about that far and then down about that far. Can rock from side to side, back and forth, the whole spiel. I'm pretty sure if we take this off, we can probably look, oh yeah, much higher. Look at that. Very nice. But we'll just put that back on there for right now. You'll get rotation at the shoulder blades over here. If you move this piece out of the way, you can see there's a butterfly joint over here as well. Actually, a little bit easier to see from the backside, but yep, there you go. In and out motions. Believe it or not, there is a hinge joint at the shoulder blades over here, but with these gigantic shoulder pauldrons, you're really not going to get the arms too high up. We will also get a swivel at the bicep, a bend at the elbow over here. Pretty sure that's a double bend too. Swivel at the wrist, up and down motion at the wrist. Moving on to the torso area, we're gonna get an ab crunch. A really good one. You'll get a really nice bend back motion. Look at that. He's bending back real far. Good for limbo. And we'll get a really impressive bend forward as well, so he can stare into your eyes. At the waist, the legs will be able to move out pretty decently. Nothing too crazy. The armor on the thigh and the belt around his waist kind of do get in the way of one another. But thankfully, I mean, you'll get a good splayed leg pose out of it. At the legs, we can kick up about that far, and we can kick back pretty far as well. I'm pretty sure these can rotate all the way around. I haven't tried it, so let's try it on camera here today. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. Really cool. We're gonna get a rather epic double bend at the knee over here. Oh yeah, look at that. A thigh swivel too. God damn. We're gonna get a ball jointed ankle as well, which does mean, yes, we will get a pivot. Very nice. And of course it doesn't end there because we have a bend at the toe. My guy is positively stacked, but it doesn't stop. No, not yet. Because his jetpack, yep, you can swivel the thrusters on them, probably all the way around. I'm a little, oh, okay. I was a little scared to do that because these things, oh, Jesus, they can be really solid, but there you go, full rotation. That's a lot of articulation for a $40 figure, and solid star for articulation. I can't give it any less. And with all of that articulation comes a hell of a lot of posability options for this guy. Seriously, I'm impressed. Again, this is my first soiree with that of JoyToy. I've never bought a figure from them before, and for this guy to be not only decked out in terms of accessories, but to have all of this articulation and such fluid posability, it's really, really impressive, especially for the price. Hell, even the size. A figure that's under 5 inches, has all of these accessories, and can pose like the best of them. This, yeah, posability, solid star. I don't know what else to say, really. So give me a minute to collect myself, and let's take a look at some size comparisons. Legacy Evolution Armada Universe Optimus Prime, Earthspark Shockwave, Super 7 Ultimates Godzilla 89, NECA Shin reissue, Metaluna Mutant. My previous review, the Hayatoy's exquisite mini crouching alien warrior figure, Nendo Kerbo. Very big boy. Yeah fam, I wasn't joking on Monday. When I said this is one of my favorite figures of the year, I really do mean it, and now you know why. It looks as good as it does. It performs as good as it does. It comes with all the stuff that it does. This is totally worth it. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but if JoyToy ever got their hands on Godzilla and made figures of this size with this amount of accessories and articulation, I'd have to marry them. And that's pretty much it. I have nothing much else to say. I'm extremely impressed with this release, and I'm extremely thankful to that of Kowkis Toy for hooking me up with 2 figures. Thank you guys so much. I wish I could have gotten more educational with all of y'all, but I wanted to make this video really accessible, so the shorter in this case the better. I have been ShinRobjira. I hope you all enjoyed, and when next we meet, it'll be on Halloween night where we finally take a look at these 2. Necathon episode 10.1. I will see you all there. Have yourselves a lovely day, afternoon, and night. Peace to you all. Bye-bye.